What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Outerplane video. Alright guys, so real quick, you're going to jump into this game pretty heavy-handed with summons right from the get-go. Specifically, if you look at this screenshot here, it's going to be called a Selective Summon, and you have the option to choose a few 3 stars while you're summoning. Now, what Selective Summon does, essentially is lets you summon and guarantees you a 3-star every single time until you get the one you want. Now, couple things I want to note real quick, okay? If you notice my recruit section, my selective summon is gone because I already made my choice. So I want to talk to you guys about the top tier unit you want to go for. If you missed my last video, which was actually my selective summon video, then you don't know who I'm talking about, and I want to break it down for you and talk to you about this hero. Now, this hero I'm talking about is going to be Noah. Now, Noah looks like a rinky-dink little character, but she pretty much controls Metal Gear. If you're my age, you used to love Metal Gear Solid. Well, she has a Metal Gear of her own, making her a badass. She is going to be the top tier damage dealer, essentially, for a very long time for you, especially through this summon system when you get it for free. So absolutely look at her. So this is Noah here. I want to go through her kit for you guys and explain to you what makes her unique and what makes her super strong, especially in PvE mode, in PvP mode, and in towers, and further content as soon as you unlock it. So first off, Noah's skills. Let's talk a little bit about them. So Kaiser Knuckle. Weakness gauge reduction 1. Attacks an enemy, obtains 1 Kaiser energy if used during the caster's turn. You can see here, as you increase the enhancement effects, they go up from 1 to 2, etc. Right? So burst effect increases critical chance skill of burst by 100, reduces Noah Kaiser cooldown by 2 turns, resets Noah Kaiser cooldown by 1, and then the enhancement is level 2 is damage increase, damage increase, damage increase, damage increase, right? Kaiser Cannon. Now this is where it gets a lot of fun, right? Passive effect. If Kaiser Knuckles scores a critical hit during the caster's turn, activates Kaiser Cannon as an additional attack, which attacks all enemies. So it's an AoE dealing damage proportional to the target's max HP, obtains 1 Kaiser energy. Now, why is this important? Let's talk a little bit about it. When you build Noah crit rate, number 1, you're going to get an extra AoE hit on all enemies. Number 2, this is the part that's going to matter. Proportional to the target's max health, which means when you fight bosses, you guys are aware that the target usually has a lot of health. Because it's proportional to the target's max health, this damage dealing move is going to do even more damage on bosses and in dungeons. And this is where it's going to matter the most, right? So characters like this are going to be the ones that are going to carry you through heavy hitting content like dungeons and bosses, where you're going to need to do proper team building and have an OP damage dealer. And Noah, being a free-to-play unit for selective summons, is the one you want to go for this reason alone, okay? Now, if you look at enhancement effects, damage plus 10 reduces weakness gauge plus 1, increases damage proportional to the max health, additional 10%, and additional target max health again. So you're going to get even more damage out of her, okay? Now, Noah Kaiser X, cooldown 5 turns, weakness gauge reduction by 2, increases critical hit chance for 2 turns, making Kaiser Cannon obviously do more crits, and attacks all enemies. Consumes all Kaiser energy to deal additional damage proportional again to the target's max health, if there are 5 or more Kaiser energy. So you're hopefully going to be able to build yourself quite a few Kaiser energies before doing Noah Kaiser X. Now, I want to point this out real quick. If you play on auto, she does Noah Kaiser X right away. So sometimes that's going to be annoying. So you'll have to build it, lose all your energy here, or if you have any, and then build it from scratch. And then after the 5 turns here, you should have 5 of these Kaiser energies. Doing this one more time through auto. So it's not the end of the world. She starts with a special, but you'll have to remember that after 5 turns, you should have enough to do it again and take advantage of the max health damage that they'll perform. And of course here, damage plus 10 increases damage proportion. Damage plus 10 increases damage proportion. And then chain passive is, after attacking, recovers 25 chain points, which is really good actually, because you can do more chain damage this way. And then dual attack effect, the damage increases proportion to the target's max health. Again, something the big thing you want to know about is the fact that most bosses scale best off of max health damage. So Noah is going to be your number 1 go-to hero. Now, once selective summons is over, who do you go for next, right? If you saw my last video, you saw that I put in 2 redemption codes. Definitely get those. If you pre-ordered, or it's not pre-ordered, pre-registered, and you've done the login, you're going to get yourselves up to 3 extra multis. Now, who do you go for between Rin and Valentine? Now, here's the thing. when you go to recruit section, both of these are top tier characters. Rin is an attacker. Valentine is a ranger. So if you go for Noah, my suggestion for you guys is going to be go for Valentine because you'd rather have a ranger. Okay, let's take a look at the skill previews real quick on this. Okay, they are both top tier units, just so you guys are aware. Okay, so here's Valentine's skills, just so you guys are aware. So the first one is attacks an enemy, increases priority of the ally with the highest attack by 20%. That is huge, which means you'll be attacking more often just from her base attack. If you look at her skill 2, increases all critical hit chance and critical damage for 3 turns, gains an extra turn after this skill. Absolutely OP. This with Noah, adding crit and crit damage, is going to make Noah even hit harder and giving both of these units incredible longevity through this game. And then the last skill here, attacks all enemies and reduces target's priority by 25%. So you not only increase your priority with the burst effect, but you also decrease the enemies and giving yourself maximum damage. So let's just start with this one here. You can see here, increase crit, extra turn. Now we can do an AoE here and go ahead and cause some massive damage to the opponents. Such a badass. Such a badass. Okay? And then the regular one here will give priority level up to herself, obviously, because she just got it. And if you see the burst, enhanced priority increase gauge, which is the first one. This one here does single dual attack, so burst times 2. Let's watch it. There you go. Increase priority again. Let's do this again. You can see dual attack again here, which is priority 3. Let's do that again. So just more damage coming through, right? So this is the character you want to pair with Noah 100%. So this is the banner you want to go for. I tried for this banner. I had the opportunity to get a 3-star. Ended up getting the place instead, which I'm not complaining about. It's an incredible mage nonetheless. But I'm a little pissed off because this is the character you definitely want. All right, let's give up on here and go to Rin and talk about what Rin brings to the table. Now, because Noah is already a damage-dealing attacker, you may want to consider obviously going for Valentine. But if you decide you don't want Noah and you want to go for someone else, Rin is going to be the unit you want to go for. So let's take a look at the skills real quick. Attacks an enemy, increases the caster's priority. Now, only the caster's priority, not the unit with the highest attack. Keep that in mind. There's a very big difference. So B here, which is the burst skill, Sure Slash, attacks all enemies. This attack always deals advantageous damage. Reset cooldown if the caster has a buff. So what does advantageous damage means? It means that no matter what these guys are elementally, this will do the factional damage that's better than what they are. And then lastly, increases critical chance for 2 turns and attacks all enemies. Each time an enemy is defeated, increases attack by 5%, max 3 stacks. Okay, so watch this. Let's just do this first. First skill. Looks badass as hell, right? Priority attack up, you get it first. Here, you attack all enemies, and you have advantage over all of them, right? You can see here, looks incredible. And then here we go. The ult increases crit hit. Looks amazing. Like the ultimate looks so good. There we go. So that's what that does. Now let's take a quick look here. You can see here what these look like, kind of. There's the burst attack, right? AoE. So a much better AoE damage dealer. Increases damage, reduces cooldown of ultimate skill. So if you do pull off ultimate skill and you have the AP, that's the move you want to use. This increases damage with additional effect against fire enemies. So you can try this one out. This unit in the back is fire enemy, right? There's a burst there. Cooldown reduced again. And then let's do the second skill burst. You can see here what this one does. Same thing, just a little more damage. That's all. Okay? So there you guys have it. So right now, if you don't plan to go for Noah as your start of selective character, Rin is going to be an amazing option to go with as your main DPS. But if you want to be smart with your selective summon and pick Noah, I suggest do that first and then go for Valentine, who's actually going to help you throughout the game on every piece of content. But both these characters are considered top tier and you can't go wrong. So if you decide you want to reroll, guys, start as a guest, see if you get them. If you don't, you can reroll, start a new one again. The reroll system is very easy in this. And then when you finally like the one you get, save your account and use that account only, right? So rerolling is very easy in this. But that's what you want to do. My suggestion is go with Noah and then pick Valentine and go from there. But if you decide not to go with Noah, Rin is your other choice. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope this video helped you out. Hope you guys have a good start with Outerplane and enjoy the game. Take care.